Our initial research question was, how has global warming impacted agriculture? This is our initial search, and these are our initial search results. One reason that we get many thousands of articles is that ProQuest databases, most article databases, by default search for terms in the records of the articles in the database plus the full text. Searching in the full text of maybe hundreds of thousands of articles in a database can produce a huge number of search results. I often skip the default, and in a ProQuest database search anywhere except full text. So that means that you're searching in just the records of the articles, which includes the author's name, the title of the article, subjects, an abstract, a concise description of the article, but no full text. So now we get a much more focused search result. But it's still pretty large. If you get hundreds, thousands of article records in your search result, often that means that your initial research question is too broad. So now we're going to look at ways that we can refine our question and our search. I want to stress here that revision is just an integral part of the research process. Research is not linear. You search for sources, read the sources, write a paper. Your research question evolves as your research progresses. One good strategy is just browse through your search results and see if it gives you any ideas. You'll probably, if you find sources that interest you, you'll probably write an interesting paper. Here we have a number of articles about Africa. So a possible research question might be, how is climate change impacting agriculture in Africa? Okay, so we're going to use the wildcard, look for forms of the word Africa, and search just in the record, anywhere except full text. Okay, so we can also check out the limits here on the left. Most article databases as well as quick search have very similar limits. For example, you might want, or your professor might require you to just cite peer-reviewed articles that appear in scholarly peer-reviewed journals. There's a date limit that can be very useful. We'll say the last 4 years. Okay. So we might refine this search further, but this is a pretty good start. Most of the records will have a link to the full text. But before you read the article, you should go into the full record, so abstract details. That includes the abstract, a concise description of the article. You should read that. You don't want to have read half the article and discover that it's really not of interest. If you don't see a link to the full text, this database, other databases, you'll see a link to Get It at R. Get It at R most of the time will link you to the full text someplace outside of the database. The simplest way to cite in a ProQuest database is to just check off the records of the articles that are of interest to you, and then click the email icon. Okay, so make sure that you include bibliographic citation and then choose your citation style. You'll get an email with the article records, article citations, and links back to the records in the database. Okay. So that is it for PAIS, for a ProQuest database. Good luck with your research. If you have questions later, please just ask us.